everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Triple P&J with two of the P's.
Yeah.
We back for another, what they call two people? What is it called when it's just two people?
Two peas in the pod.
Two P's in the Pod podcast. But as always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you can see when we post new content, and download us on all the streaming platforms and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, get to listening, bitch, because if your eyes don't work, your ears do. If your ears don't work, your eyes do. So make something shake.
That part, and if you want to see our reactions, go over to YouTube, which you should already be there anyway.
Yeah.
But
how you feeling?
What's poppin'?
The weekend? The weekend was great.
The weekend's always great. You can share since it was your first.
I appreciate it. So we came back from Houston. We decided to get a little getaway from the ghetto-ness.
As always.
Our daily festivities. We went to go to Houston to see, or I went to go see a Bryson Tiller concert. If you don't know who Bryson Tiller is, it's fine. He slept on anyway, so.
Y'all living under a rock.
Rock. Like Patrick kind of rock.
Oh, Patrick dumb too. So.
Eating Krabby Patties at 3 a.m.
Know what's under there? Nothing.
It's a rock in the rock.
Right.
All right, well.
But yeah, he went to the Bryson Tiller concert, and then like kind of before the concert and after the concert, we just turned up, you know, our usual drunk shit, all of that. Yeah. All of that.
Houston's a vibe.
Houston is a vibe. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I guess because I participated more in Dallas, I enjoyed Dallas more.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, Houston was a vibe.
I feel like we were in Dallas longer too.
We were there like 3 days. We actually spent the whole weekend there. That's what I was saying. Like, if there is a next time, we just need to be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, it was a quick little weekend trip. So you know how I go. We try to make what we can happen in that period of time.
It's okay. We're going to be lit regardless, so it don't make a difference how long. Yeah.
Pulled up
party.
We
pulled up and that bitch drunk.
Yeah, as fuck.
Well, he didn't. He had to catch up to us because he was the driver, but we pulled up and that bitch drunk.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We promote safe driving and not drunk driving and all of that.
Especially when you're in the city driving around other special individuals. When you say the nice word.
Other people who can't drive.
Correct.
But anywho, so by the title of this episode, you guys can tell that we are talking about Raven Symoné and NDAs and privacy and
If they don't know who Raven Symoné is.
Who?
Raven Symoné.
Raven Symoné.
I said it. The end was silent.
Okay. Anywho, so Raven Symoné. Most of y'all should know she's. Anyway, if you don't, she's an actress, singer, songwriter, all of that good stuff. She's known for That's So Raven, then her spinoff on Disney Channel. So recently, she did an interview with somebody, and in the interview, she stated that in her past relations, she would always have them sign an NDA. For those of you who don't know what an NDA is, that's a non-disclosure agreement, which means that you can't talk about what you're doing.
Don't say it.
Right, don't say it. So she did an interview saying that everybody that she's had relations or relationships with, she's had them sign the NDA. If you break that NDA and go and ring your mouth, clearly she can sue you if she chooses to. Mm-hmm. So what do you feel about the NDA? Like, do you think that it's valid?
I do, because especially if you're like a on a level like she is, I guess, like as a celebrity, and the whole world can pretty much, get a hold of your information pretty quick. Mm-hmm. So I mean, with that type of lifestyle, you want to have some privacy,
right?
So, or I get,
because everything else is already out there in the public anyway.
So there's certain things that just shouldn't be said, and I feel like the NDA is just to kind of protect yourself. So if somebody says something and it brings, like, how do you say, like, not shame, or like, not discredit.
It kind of mixes with her character.
Yeah, and I guess that just kind of kills her, like, who she is as a person, or people might like think less of her, or something. Not saying that she would do something to like say certain things that would make her look like a bad person, but It's just the fact that people can tell her business, and it might cause her to lose money. It might cause her to lose business or work or
She works for the Disney Channel.
Yep.
You know, they're very strict, and it's like kids programming. So imagine some of that shit being out. You know what? Thinking about this now, the NDA, I feel like all of the celebrities with common sense should have one. Like, all of their shit, a lot of these celebrity shit is always out there. Like, you're always getting leaked. You're always getting your text messages leaked. You always have these people trying to expose other people about certain shit. Like,
for the publicity.
Right.
They're trying to get something off of
clout.
Yeah, clout off
That's
of you.
what the young people call it, clout.
Clout, CLOUT. And
clout chasing.
Yeah, so I feel like at that point, if you play on my top, you play on my person, and you play on my money, then
I'm about to play with your money too.
Yeah, I'm about to play with your time.
Right, I'm about to take you to court and take everything that you don't have.
Right.
But
don't have.
And don't.
Ooh.
But I just feel like if you're that thirsty, you don't have shit.
You don't.
You reach it.
Yeah, and I think like especially as like a celebrity, if somebody is a celebrity and you have the privilege to be in their life and they share things with you that they don't generally share with people in person or outside of that.
That's how my friends feel about me.
Then
I'm the celebrity out the group.
Don't touch it. It's like a museum. Look, but don't touch. Okay.
That part.
But yeah, I mean, you want some confidentiality because not only that, like I feel like the NDA just reaches more than just like
telling somebody not to say something.
Right, like you putting like you. I don't know. Maybe that's just like is that only like on a professional level? Like is this is the people like they work with, or is like the NDA for like what do you think that's for?
I think that you can have anybody sign the NDA actually. Because I've watched certain shows where it wasn't just like sexual shit. It was like certain shit you didn't want to get out. You make them sign an NDA. Like, for instance, I guess this is the same thing. On certain TV shows and stuff like that, certain shows, when you sign on, like when you sign the contract, you have to sign an NDA too, because you film the shit like months before it airs. Yeah. So you have to sign an NDA that you're not going to discuss this, or you can be sued by that production company for spilling the tea
that's valid.
On the show. So yeah, it could. I don't see a normal person like us making somebody sign an NDA, but I think it's a good investment.
Yeah, it is. I don't even think it really. I don't even know if it costs anything. Does it really cost anything to make it?
I'm sure. Y'all down in the comments and let us know if y'all know if y'all ever had somebody that you wanted to put an NDA out on.
That stands for non-disclosure
agreement.
Okay, yes. Gotcha. Yeah, for all you nosy people or chismosos or whatever it is. For that just like to know people's business and put it out there and all that other good jazz. The NDA, let us know. I'm sure y'all know about that.
Right. Nosy asses.
So why did they bring that up? Like, was it just like the topic?
I didn't watch the interview. I really did not watch the whole interview. I watched like that clip where she said before, when she was in relationships before naughty time, she would, I guess that's a Disney term, naughty time, she would make them sign the NDA. And I think the response that the person who was interviewing her, it was positive feedback, but it's like big in the media right now. Like, why would you make them sign an NDA, bitch? Because I'm trying to protect myself. Right. And in the same token, it's the fact that people get kind of tight about how relationships have like privacy. Peanuts. No. What's peanuts?
Bitch, I don't know. I made that up. What is it called?
I'm making up shit.
A prenup?
Prenup.
That's what it is.
Oh, the marriage.
It's close. I abbreviated it. Shit, I don't know. But it's the same thing.
We went to Leesville High School. Excuse
me. Give me a break. I still graduate.
Education a little low.
We made it. But I feel like that's also another thing to protect people. Like I feel like they feel sideways about that because it's like, oh, well, you guys are now married, so you should split everything. Or everything comes together. Okay, well, if you have a business beforehand, and I've seen so many videos about that, how like a man or woman as well, either or, will have a business and then bring it into the relationship,
Right.
and then the significant other gets upset because they want them to, the person with the business wants them to sign a prenup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess every situation's different, but I just kind of feel like if I had something like that going on, like something major, like if I had spent my hard-earned money to invest into a business or something big that's making me residual income, yeah, I want to keep that. That's like my baby at that point. So you're leaving the marriage with what you came in with.
Right, and let's be honest, it's 2023. Let's not act like
People ain't in it for the money.
that or divorces don't happen, that because they happen, and it could be for a multitude of reasons outside of just like something negative, they just not meant to be together no more.
Yeah, I don't really agree with not the term, but how people say, well, when you make somebody sign a prenup, you're just already thinking that it's not going to last. It's not thinking it's not going to last, it's for protection.
Correct.
I guess I can see both of them, but at the same time, I'm going to protect myself.
On a professional and a personal level, I think that there are things like that you have to put into place. So that's kind of pretty much what the NDA is, the same thing, whether that's family or friends. Not saying that you would do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying that we would get a divorce, but just in case something went south, at the end of the day, you should always want to be able to protect yourself.
In every situation.
Exactly.
So, have you ever had a situation or was in a situation to where you felt like someone that you were in a relationship with or whatever talked too much? And would you have made them sign an NDA if you could go back? Or have you been on the other end?
Both.
Okay.
So I'll be honest, because I mean I've said some things, I put information out there that I shouldn't have put out there at that time, but in my personal opinion, I don't think I've been in anything significant enough to say that I probably really need an NDA to protect myself, because most of the time it's just personal business. It's not have anything to do with finances. But if it was super serious for me, yeah, I feel like maybe they should, because some people just can't hold their water, and I get that. And sometimes you just trust them. So, and if something turns back on that and it really like ruins like your personal life with the information that you trusted them with, then yeah, sign NDA, take the ass to court, emotional damage, all the above. Because
distress.
Yeah, that shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
People put stuff out there like they're like, oh, I'm about to blackmail you, or I'm about to make you do this.
You're about to blackmail shit.
Yeah, because in relationships, like how they be doing the text messages, that could be a part of the NDA.
Mm-hmm.
If you putting leaking pictures and shit after y'all break up, that could be part of the NDA.
Yeah, don't even speak on me.
Right.
At all.
Yeah, like before, during, and after. I guess, well, no, let's just say during and after.
Right.
From this point moving forward, anything that comes out your mouth to discredit me that I trusted you with, then yeah.
And not even to discredit me, but if you're just telling our business just because, why?
But I do have to ask though. So
Okay.
do you think that the NDAs have to be statement specific?
I'm sure if it's legal, I'm sure.
Or can you do like a blanket statement, like it covers a variety of things done or said?
I'm pretty sure that they probably have like multiple kinds.
Have you seen one?
No, I've never seen one before. Unfortunately, I'm not that big yet to have to make people sign those. But I don't know. I feel like there's multiple forms of an NDA.
Has to be. A non-disclosure agreement, also known as a confidentiality agreement, is a legally binding contract in which one party agrees to give a second party confidential information about its business or product, and the second party agrees not to share this information with anybody else for a specific period of time.
Yeah, because NDAs expire too.
Yeah, business models, test results, or even embargoed press releases or product reviews. So there's 3 different types of categories of NDA. There's unilateral, bilateral, multilateral. I don't know what all that means. Get into it. We might not be even
Google it, and if we got some legal people on that watch the show, drop down and educate us a little bit.
Yeah, expand on it, correct us. Either way. But boiling down to just outside of an NDA, like I think just having a sense of trust, like as a untangible thing, that is an NDA in itself.
Yeah. Because, like you said, I've been in certain situations where I may have said too much that I really didn't mean to say at that point in time. It was a lack of better judgment. But
happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it does. And then it gets out, or it gets out to like multiple people, and it's just like, damn, I could have kept that to myself. But you really don't have anybody else to blame but yourself. But you still could be mad at the individual, especially if you think that,
you felt like you could trust them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess the bat swings both ways, so we all just
everybody gets hit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hit everybody at that point. Do you feel like breaking? You can ask me questions if you want, but do you feel like breaking that trust, whether it's a relationship, friendship, fuck buddy, whatever? Do you feel like when you break that or cross that line where you're just spilling shit for no reason? Do you think that there's a comeback for that? Do you feel like you can come back?
Ooh.
Or is that like cut off?
It gives strong cut off energy because it depends on the person, it depends on what's said, and depends on who knows, and like there's just a lot of different dynamics behind it. Because I feel like if it's for me, if it's relationship stuff, I'm private. Mm-hmm. I like to keep my relationship life private. I get some people are like, oh my God, you gotta post me and do all this. I'm not trying to like hide you, but the stuff that we do, I like to keep it on a personal level because I don't want everybody to know everything that I do.
Right.
Like I'll share things about myself, but at the end of the day, like learn to understand, I guess, like the dynamic between you two and like how each of you are. If you just have no problem with just telling everything and the other person does it,
you might not be the person for me.
That, or learn to set your limits to where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You might be more open. Yeah, no problem with it. But if it's not what the other person wants, that's not really fair.
I feel like that's like a respect thing, though. There's just something that you just don't say. Like, you don't want. Like, we're friends, we're good friends, but there's some things I don't always tell you, and I'm sure that there's some things you don't always tell me. Not mad at you about it or anything like that, but it's kind of just like, even if we're close friends, that don't mean I'm going to tell you all the time.
Correct. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's just, like I've been told before, I guess, for lack of a better way to explain this, pick and choose what information you feel like you can give to who.
Right.
Like there's the friends, there's the acquaintances, there's the close friends, and
then there's the people that you just have fun with.
Right. Or the people that just are around. So
the extras and plus ones. That's the term that we had used on this show for it. Not singling anybody out, but I mean, if I don't hang out with you all the time, I consider you. I'm getting into acting, so I consider you an extra. You know how it is. When you see on a TV show the main 2 characters or 3 or 4 characters there talking or having a conversation, then you have the other people in the background that just kind of blends in and kind of blurred out, and like their mouth is moving.
Yeah.
They're improving. So it's that's how I look at people like that as extras.
We've all been there, and don't act like we're trying to be better than the rest of you, because I've been an extra in social scenes.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Some people are the main characters in their life, and I just happen to be in the background, and I'm cool with that, because at the end of the day, I'm not.
I've been a main character. I've been a co-host. I've been a starring. That's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough. I've been a lot of things.
But I know there's a little side subject here because I did want to bring this up to the crowd. So this is going to be a little bit of a spin-off from what we were originally talking about. So I'm just going to steer this in a separate direction. But I was kind of having the conversation, I guess, because we're kind of talking about relationships, and how people say like they are with one person and then they're not with them no more. Then like 2 weeks later they're with another person and then they're not with them no more. And then they found the love of their life for the third time and they're
Was this the ran through conversation?
This was the ran through conversation. Yes. So I just really want to clear this up with not only us again, but the audience as well, because apparently there's like multiple definitions as what the people consider ran through.
So we're gonna discuss this on camera now, but if y'all if y'all want to drive down in the comments or reviews or whatever and let us know what y'all think the definition of someone being ran through is. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You go ahead. I think, yeah.
So, per our last conversation, I feel like someone, in my opinion, because I'm entitled to one of those and it's not right or wrong, I think that someone that's ran through is like, for example, I just fucked this person a couple hours ago. Now I'm about to go fuck this next person. And then tomorrow I'm about to go fuck another person. And then, but I still want to get wifed or husband or whatever the fuck you call it for men, cuffed. I feel like it's just someone that has like multiple bodies and they're not careful with it and they just fuck anything that moves. That's what I call ran through.
Right. If I'm just me personally,
I understand like dating and trying to put your big toe in the pond and just see what's out there, but it's a difference between dating and just hoeing around.
Just be sticking a whole fucking foot in it, okay?
It's a difference between dating and just hoeing around, fucking everybody. You have that dating. You actually kind of have to get to know the person.
Yeah, I honestly, personally think that I'd set a limit because I can't do anything within like a week. That's still feeling like
with another person.
Yes, I still feel like that's a little too close for me. That's just my personal standards. I'm not saying that we all can't be hoes, but just getting ran through is just a whole other portion. Because unless I don't know, this all still kind of ties into being like if you get paid for it. We can't judge
like OnlyFans.
Well, not even that, but just like people who do, a sex worker. I had to find the best word to say it. A sex worker who gets paid to do this, so like they might have multiple partners within a short period of time.
Like escort.
Yeah.
There's another word for it, and we used it on here before, but I can't think of it right now.
I just say a sex worker because I can't use the other one. I don't want to use the other one.
It's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. But yeah, I feel like everybody has had a hoe phase, or has went through a hoe phase, or is going through a hoe phase. But
don't get
be a careful hoe.
Yeah, be a careful hoe. Don't be a nasty hoe either. Because if you out there either giving some head or you're getting the head or whatever the case, and then you turn around maybe a couple hours later and you doing the vice versa to another person, that's too much. That's way too much. Just relax. You're gonna be fine.
Relax. You're gonna find the love of your life one day.
Or just relax. I know y'all be horny, but just give it a cool down.
What happened to fucking the same person?
I don't know.
If you don't like what that person's providing, then by any means go on to somebody else. But damn, the same day.
Yeah, maybe they need to
just test driving everybody. STD test, not NDA. STD test.
They need all of that. A non-disclosure. Don't say shit, but make sure you clean. I don't know what the fuck y'all need. Help. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be my segment. Since we don't have Willis at the moment. We love you, Willis.
But we can discuss what Willis's segment was going to be if you want to.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
You remember what it was? Huh? You don't remember? It's okay. I don't like telling. I don't like getting Willis's segment wrong or anything like that, because he definitely he doesn't like us to do that. He just wants us to shut up and be funny when he's not here.
Okay.
So we're just gonna shut up and be funny.
I think we've been funny for the past 25 minutes, so.
25 minutes and 8 seconds, actually.
Really? Okay, well, thanks for hanging in there with us, guys.
We got a record. Is there anything else you want to discuss today?
I was going for high five. You would scratch your head. No, but I think really.
But now to tie back into the beginning of it, I think Raven's smart for that decision because you just don't want everybody to know your business.
You don't. I mean, and it's important because.
And if people is out telling your business, get rid of them.
Yeah, it's 2023. Information gets around fast. All it takes is 1 second to post something on like social media, and then everybody knows. And then it gives room for speculation or misinterpretation or just people just feeling like they ain't got nothing else to do other than talk about your business. And then it's just, you know how gossip is.
You know, something that I never understood was the exposing people thing.
Yeah.
So we went.
Oh, remember when we had that page? It was Bitches on Blast.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that.
We didn't have the page, but
yeah, it was a
page for this town.
It was something dumb as shit.
Yeah, but they was exposing everybody.
It was wild.
Well, I was talking more specifically of like relationship gone wrong. So if you find out that your significant other or whoever you're with at that time is cheating on you, and you decide, because this happened in high school one time, this girl found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her, or thought he was cheating or something, and she went and sent like everybody whose phone number she had in the school his dick pic. And it was kind of like,
wild.
Why would you do that? Because
that's mad wild.
It was like, why would you do that? Because number one, depending on what the body part looks like, you're probably going to attract other people too. So
you're saying it could have been a benefit and a
right. You're exposing somebody's private parts, knowing that other people might like that. So why? You're making yourself look stupid and bitter and angry for what?
Because at the end of the day,
I never understood that.
Yeah, at the end of it is kind of stupid because it makes you look dumb trying to make somebody else look bad. And where's my sister? I'll call her back in a minute.
I had a phone call too. We could answer.
Okay. Thank you for calling into Triple P&J Podcast. You're on air.
Yeah, what's your call back? What's your question for today?
So,
we're live.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do have to ask, like, have you ever heard anything about yourself that you didn't know that you did? If that makes sense? Like, somebody says something about you that you know, like, well, bitch, when the fuck did that happen?
Yes, I have. It's been a couple of times. And specifically, I'm not going to say any names or anything, but specifically, people always used to, they don't anymore, they don't fuck with me now. They used to try to paint me, like pair me with specific individuals, and it's kind of like, no, but if I was fucking this individual, they would be coming back. So don't try to pair me with somebody. I'll tell you, like I'm pretty much open book when it comes to almost everything. So anything you ask that I feel like I want to tell you, I will tell you. So you don't have to just lie and be like, oh, you're dating this person. No, bitch, I'm not.
Yeah. On the flip end, yeah, I kind of had the same thing, but like instead they would be like, oh, I heard you were fucking this person, or you fucked this person. I'm like,
number one, where'd you hear that from?
Right, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck you heard that from. But no, to answer your question, no, I did not. But I don't know, it's just crazy how people really just be putting shit out there, and you never even made like that type of like, I don't know.
I don't know you well enough to confirm or deny this anyway. Or trust you well enough to confirm or deny it.
Yeah, but I'm just going to deny it and knowing that it's the truth for me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, sometimes lie.
Yeah. It's okay to lie a little bit to protect your peace. You know, I get it. Some people are like, well, I didn't want to lie. Okay. Sometimes you got to. Shit. Sometimes you just need to just tuck it away a little bit, a little white lie. You know what I'm saying?
Little white lie ain't never hurt nobody. That's what they say.
Yeah, something along like that.
But now, while we're on this, what was the question again?
Huh?
Because I was about to say something, but
has anybody ever spoke a lie on you that you?
Oh, that was gonna be my question for you too. You don't have to go into detail, but what's the craziest lie you've heard about yourself besides you fucked this person?
Oh, damn, I really don't.
Okay, we'll come back to that. So, another question.
Personally, I don't really think there's been much outside of that.
Yeah, it's always
because
like
most of the time it's like relationship shit or like you said this and I like, bitch, what?
It's always for me relationship shit or sexual shit or I heard you said this about me and one thing I can't stand, and this is where I was about to go next.
I get it.
I can't stand a I heard something ass bitch if you're not gonna tell me where the fuck you got the information from. That shit pisses me off because why'd you bring it up?
Right.
Because now you done opened up this can of worms. I'm not gonna stop asking you where'd you hear it from. So then I'm pissed off at this point.
Oh, on go mode too.
Right, I'm pissed off at this point because you sat up here and ran your mouth, which I'm sure you weren't supposed to begin with because they wouldn't have wanted to get back to me. And then now I'm gonna have to go off on this person too because bitch, why are you talking about me?
Yeah, and this is the
I can't stand that shit. You be trying to hide where the fuck you got the information from. This is 2023. We're all in our 20s
yeah,
or 30s.
You have the nuts enough to bring it up.
Right. And have the nuts enough to tell me where the fuck the information came from.
And you didn't forget. You did not forget where it came from.
You did not forget.
Especially if this happened within a span of 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, you did not forget anything at all.
Not a single fucking detail. You remember what the fuck they said, but you didn't remember who said it.
Right. I play devil's advocate sometimes. So if I'm in a situation like that where I feel like I want to repeat something, because at one point in time I was on like a revenge tour or something. So I was a little spiteful.
What's that mean?
I was a little spiteful towards people, and I was gonna let them feel every inch of it.
Oh, you was on rampage.
Yeah, pretty much.
So out there giving y'all that work.
Yeah, so pretty much what happened. Individuals was messy, so I decided, okay, so I'm letting you live, but you just keep on, so let's be messy together. I want to play now. Tag me in, coach. So
put him in the game, coach.
No, but it was like, and this is not recent or anything, but it's like individuals always coming back telling me certain things that other people would say, but then they wouldn't tell me what they said. They would leave out that part. They always leave out their part. They just want to get you mad at the next individual. So I decided this one day that I was going to wait until I was in the same space with three of these individuals, and I brought it up. So I said, hey, A said that you said this about me. Why? Actually, it didn't start like that. It was like, hey, so I heard that you said this and it came from this person. That's how I feel like if you're gonna spill some shit, just be all the way messy. Don't be halfway messy. Don't be scary and messy at the same time.
Yeah, because I feel like in those type of situations, like, well, not the approach, but on the behind the scenes when they're spilling information or whatever, they only say enough to discredit the person they're trying to talk about, but you're not going to say the whole shit, or you just
going to say the part you played in it.
Right.
Because that's going to be my next question. Well, what did you say? What was the conversation? Because I want to, like, run it down so when I confront this person, I know exactly what to say. Tell me the whole thing.
Right. Because I heard you said this. So where did that come from?
So now we playing he said, she said. So let me tell you what my response is to both of y'all bitches, actually. So I'm not good with that. You know, they say when they go low, you go you go higher. When they go low, I go to hell. So it's just it's 0 to 100. There is no in between.
Yeah, I guess we ain't taking the high road nowadays, cause.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation. It always depends on the situation because I feel like if it's something that you've done one time, okay, we could make amends or whatever about it. But you keep doing this, and it's a pattern that I've seen you do it with other people too, and not just me. And now it's my turn. It's like, okay, so now I'm gonna give you all this work since it's my turn. Since you want to play with me now.
Get a pencil, bitch, and get the writing. Do some math.
Yep. You want to play tic-tac-toe? But yeah, that I had to get that off my chest.
Well, good. I'm glad you feel better. On a scale of 1 to 10.
I feel.
Talk about it. Let the crowd know.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like 9.5.
9.5.
Yeah.
You hear that, guys? That means shut the fuck up. That's what that means. But anyways,
because I'm always have a response, and he probably will too.
I sure the fuck will. So at first, you know me, I'm reserved, but when you really get me to my boiling point, I had no filter, for the most part.
At all. And I really hate that about myself sometimes. That's one thing I would change.
I don't know. I feel like some people nowadays need to hear about themselves because...
No, I would change the holding the grudge part. Because I'm going to tell you about yourself all day. But then I stay mad about it for a while.
That's valid.
Like, after I cuss you out, Curtis, there ain't no need for you to still be mad. And this is me talking to myself. There's no need for you to still be mad. You didn't already check this bitch. Why are you still mad about it? And every time I see the person, it's just like...
That's a valid monologue. I get it.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from with that.
But yeah, that's one thing I would change about myself. What's one thing you would change about yourself if you could? And then we're about to wrap this shit up.
I guess like my reservedness. Sometimes I do want to be a lot more out there. I feel like I am, but at the same time, like I can be a little bit too non-social. Introverted. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because I get to new scenes and like I literally will not want to, like, let's just say when I started like where I'm at right now, I didn't want to talk. I told myself I wasn't going to go into this place not talking to anybody for like the first month.
I said the same thing.
Every time I start a new job, I'm like that.
I said the same exact thing, and I think I was well behaved for at least the first week and a half. And then all it took was one individual that I did not know from a can of paint at that time to say something slick to me, and it was up from there. It was up. Like, it's like, oh, this type of time we're on. And it was not even at work. Like, they had invited me. These are our previous coworkers from 2 years ago. So don't think it's about any of y'all in current day. So they had invited me next door to that place we eat at all the time. And we would sit there and they just start asking fucking questions, you know, kind of like everybody do you. They just started asking these stupid ass questions that I feel like...
It's a little too early to be asking all them questions.
They start asking questions that I feel like wasn't their business at the time. So after that night, it was like, I don't like you and I know how to deal with you. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was an open book from there. It was just like...
Yeah, bitch, sign this NDA and we might talk about it.
And leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. But yeah, I guess because I'm around you a lot, I don't really think you're that reserved anymore.
Anymore. It takes the right people to bring it out of me. But we're
the right people.
Yeah, it really does. So like, but when I get into a new environment, I can like completely like turn into a hermit.
I still kind of do that until I get to know somebody.
Yeah, because some people, they just come around new people and just be too much off the bat. I'm like...
Now, I will say, there are certain situations where I could go in not knowing anybody and just be as shy as I want to be. But then there's certain situations where I come in a group of people I don't know and I'm just like a social butterfly. Yeah. Like, I'm talking to everybody. Because it's like, and I think it's like the nervousness. Like, okay, I'm about to just go in here and just talk to everybody and then we just going to go from there.
I think like the reason of me being there in the social setting really makes a difference. Yeah. Why I'm in, like, I guess like where I'm at and why I'm there makes a difference.
Yeah. So we totally got off topic, but
it's all related.
Yeah, they
make sense.
They all go together somehow. But yeah, like we said at the beginning of the video, get y'all NDAs, make these bitches shut up.
Especially if you got a business, because that's exactly what that is for.
Especially if you have a significant other and you cheating, you need to make the side piece sign the NDA so you won't get caught the fuck up. That's what you dumbasses need. But to wrap that up, This concludes another episode of Triple P&J. Our, what's that thing? Instagram. Our Instagram handles will be somewhere on the screen and all of that, so you can follow us.
Get to clicking or tapping.
Get to clicking, tapping, all of that. Make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, you comment, leave us a review. What do you want us to talk about next week? On all the audio platforms, make sure you download it. Add us to your favorites. You can have you actually.
If they needed to download it?
Download it.
Okay, download it.
And they actually, on some of those audio platforms, they have it to where when we post a new episode, which we do almost every Monday, it automatically downloads once it. If y'all are just forgetful, it automatically downloads, so you don't have to. But yeah, leave us a rating, all of that good stuff, and we will see you guys next week.